right, here we go. Now we are recording our team training. Okay, so that's great, Lisa. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm really glad that you attended.
Well, I attended, but I don't. My brain is just mushed now. With there's so much information, from this morning, and I need to sort it out.
Yes, just take deep
so many
breaths.
trainings.
Yes, there are. I was saying this to Jessica last night, and Jessica's going to share in just a minute too, but there are a lot of trainings. Like I'm doing a training with you guys, and then there's lots of Amber Region trainings. We are very rich in knowledge in the Amber Region, which is great. You don't have to do them all. A lot of them are going to be recorded. I would love for you guys to always prioritize our team training, just because as a team, I have goals for us as a squad, for us to grow, and I really want us to stay on the same page, get to know each other, encourage each other. But yes, there's lots and lots of trainings, and it's great. It's a great thing. So if you start to feel overwhelmed, it's okay. You don't have to go. So just remember that too, because there'll be recordings and other things that you can watch later.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miss Jessica, will you share with us what you learned last night at the 4 weeks to launch?
Yeah, I actually wrote everything down. So,
yay!
Well, not everything. I did like the important things, but some of the stuff I wrote down was the essential tools for smart business, which they say is your action section, your monthly brochure, product catalog, your best start ever, which I didn't even know that was a thing. I guess it's a guide that you get when you first become a consultant. Yeah. But since I had joined in 2018, I don't even remember getting it. And then a business meeting, the regional meetings that are for all levels. So those are some of the essential tools for a smart business. They also talk about different levels of like when you sell or when you purchase personal retail, is it? So if you get to like $300 is level 1, and then level 2 is 400, level 3 500, level 4 is the royal level, and that's like 600. And which with each level there's different like items you can buy at a really low price.
Yes. So you're talking about the Hostess Program, actually.
Yeah, Hostess gift to encourage parties. Yeah.
Yep. That's perfect, actually, that you brought that up, because we're going to talk a little bit about parties tonight. But yes, there are.
Yeah, because I didn't know what they meant whenever they said hostess. Like, what is that referring to exactly?
Yeah. So does anybody want to answer that question before I answer it? Or
yeah, a hostess. When you invite someone, or to have a party for you, but they are the hostess. They are inviting their friends, either to their house or your house. When they get a certain amount in orders, they get a hostess gift. So say, for instance, I ask Hannah, okay, Hannah, she want to be a hostess. Oh, yeah, I want to be a hostess. And so she invites all her friends over to her house. I come over, I bring all my JAFRA, I do all their facials, or they do their facials, and then they order. So that's what a hostess is.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes. Now, perfect. That's. Now, I know Heather just walked away, but I want it, when she comes back, I'm going to have her hold up the volcanic micro polish mask again, because that is, regardless of whether you have $10 in sales or $1,000 in sales, whoever agrees to host the party for you will always get that micro polish mask for free from you. Hostess Program works. And I think I'm glad.
Look at his sweet.
And when you when you go and you check out, and then it's saying like achieved, you do your first cart thing and you hit continue, and then it does achieved promotions, and up in achieved promotions, it will always usually pop up the volcanic micro polish masks for $7. The reason it's $7 is because it's always to be offered as a hostess gift no matter what. So Heather, will you hold it up again and hold it up close to the screen? So people always get that mask for free, just for hosting. It doesn't matter if there's any sales or not. Just for hosting, they always get that mask. Perfect. Thank you, Heather. And And then as they do grow in their sales, then yes, there's different gifts that they qualify for. And what basically they're on a very deep discount. And so the reason why the micro polish masks is $7 is because basically they're just paying for the packaging essentially at that point. Not even the cost it costs JAFRA to make it. They're literally just paying for the packaging. And so on and so forth with the different tiers of the parties. So actually, I think I might even have that open on my desktop that I can show you guys if you're curious about sort of how this works. So, but ask me questions in the meantime if you are confused about anything I'm saying. So I'm going to share my screen here. Okay.
You know,
You guys see that?
yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So the level 1, and here's the thing, you guys. You are your own business owner, right? So you decide however you want to reward your hostess. So I just had a party at the end of April, and it ended up being $700 in sales. Guys, it was an online party that nobody touched any product, and I still sold $700 in product, okay? So but the reason why my hostess really wanted to have the party is because she really wanted that 9-in-1 tool that I talked about and how it can be like basically like a pedicure system. She wanted that. So I said, if you have $400 in orders at your party, I will give you that for free. I just said, I'll give it to you for free. Really wanted the Navigo Ocean Femme perfume as well. And I said, okay, I think I said, if you get to 300, you get the perfume. And if you get to 400, I'll give you that tool for free. Well, she exceeded it by far and away. She did 700. So I gave her both of those products for free because that's how I decide to do some of my hostess rewards. Because what if your hostess doesn't want these things? So I just want to throw that out there too. Like, this is how JAFRA structures their program, but it is always your business to decide how you want to reward your hostess. And it's a good idea to ask her to make a wish list and see what's on her wish list. If some of these products are on her wish list, then this is perfect. So if your hostess has $300 in orders, meaning her friends ordered up to $300 in products, she gets to choose the Longevity Creme or the Longevity Balm or the Advanced Milk Balm, and it's only $26. And when you go to check out, now this is assuming that your friends, all of her friends are placing their order with you, and you're going to place one big bulk order of $300. If they're ordering from your website, it gets a little more complicated, but you can still get these gifts. It's just a little more complicated to work with JAFRA to have them send you the gifts. But let's say they all place their orders with you. You're going to order one big thing for them and then deliver it to them. Then in your achieved promotions, when you go to check out in your cart, this level 1 hostess option is going to pop up. When some of you have placed a $400 order, you should see that. Like when you go to achieve promotions, they probably have level 1 available to you and level 2. Because if you're doing $400 in one lump sum order, then this for sure popped up. So when she hits $400 in sales, she can now also, not only does she qualify for level 1, so she can pay $26 and get one of those products, but if she has $400 in sales, she can also choose level 2 and choose 2 products that are listed here for only $43. And then so on and so forth. If she has $500 in sales, then she can choose she can do something from level 1, she can do something from level 2, and she can do level 3. And she gets to choose 3 products from that for $53. And then the final thing, of course, is the royal level, which I'll just pull up here really quickly and show you guys that. I'll stop my share. Can you see that actually?
Yes.
Royal level? You can see the royal level?
No.
No.
Okay, let me stop. Okay, sometimes it's funny with the sharing. Okay. So if she has $600 or more in sales, which my girl did, she had 700, right? So she qualified for this royal level. She's only paying $60 for Defy. And Defy, as you know, is our most expensive skincare line. It's a really, really good deal. And again, she's basically just paying for the packaging, etc. Now, my hostess qualified for all 4 levels. She didn't want all 4 levels though, right? Like she doesn't need to get the longevity creme from level 1 if she's gonna have the 4 dehydrator. That's like double moisturizers, double product. So she just decided to go with the royal level, and they can do that too. So they don't have to necessarily earning all 4 levels. It doesn't mean they have to choose all 4 levels, if that makes sense. So does that kind of help a little bit, Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay.
But how do you go about, like, what if they ask for a receipt or something
For
whatever they purchase?
Yeah, so you'll always get an email invoice, and you can share that invoice with them. So now if you're in person with them and you're taking the physical order, you're going to write it in a consultant order form, and you can print those from JAFRA Biz, and you would write it out for them, and then you can either take a photocopy of it. Originally, you could order them also from JAFRA Biz, and they're those pieces of paper that have the 3 carbon copies. And so they get one of the copies, you have the copy, etc. Now, I don't like to do that only because I don't like writing people's credit card information down. And a lot of times what I do when I do have physical parties is that I write it down, like half of the card down, and then I just call them later and get the full card, because I don't like writing people's card numbers down. It just freaks me out. Anyway. So that's one way that you would give them a physical receipt if you were with them in person. If they order from their website, they're always going to have an invoice. So, and JAFRA will email them an invoice for that.
Okay.
And you will always have an invoice too, and you can share that with them as well.
Okay.
So that's kind of how the hostess program works. But again, I really want to encourage you guys, it's up to you. Like, it will always be there for JAFRA, but if your hostess is really like, hey, I want, I don't know, something random. I want 15 perfumes, and that's not what's in the level hostess rewards, then you can decide to do that too. But I would say do the tiers. Like, don't give her free stuff for having a $200 party. You want a $300 party or more. So awesome. This is actually a perfect segue because we're talking about parties. So thank you, Jessica, for sharing. That was perfect. Lisa, thank you so much for sharing. Ashley, did you want to share anything that you learned last night? I know you're like drowning in laundry, so it's okay if you don't want to. I can unmute you. Nope. Okay, you're good.
Can I say something, Hannah?
Absolutely.
Okay, I don't know if it was from this morning or last night, but somebody was a manager was talking about our big product catalog, and that she's always she decided that it's kind of like a book, and really thick, and when she handed it out to some of her customers who are used to ordering, they were just so surprised that there was such a nice book to have, and they want to hang on to it. They don't throw it away because it's a book, and it really is worth a while because they didn't realize there were all those products, because they just were looking at the monthly specials, but that they throw the catalog away, but not our brochure or
which is awesome because these cost us $2 a thing.
Right.
So I'm
onto it because they think of them as a book.
Yeah, and they're thick. You can see it. It's nice.
So, can I show you my book? I'm a social worker, so I'm very much into organization. So I don't know if you can see that. I put tabs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's cool.
You are amazing.
Good for you.
I put tabs on my book.
That's awesome.
So I have all the different sections. So that's all tabs. So that way I can go right to the section. I don't have to fumble around. I know right where it is because it's already there.
Yeah, totally. Really quickly too, before we keep going on with parties, this is, I think every time you do join as a new consultant, you do get this. And I know, Jessica, you didn't get it because you signed up in in 2018. But this is a new guide that they've come out with. But this is also under virtual business.
Yeah,
Let's say that, Deb, again.
oh, no, yes, it's definitely in virtual business. You need to.
Yes, and it's got the skincare thing that we did from before when I did the skincare class, and it just has some really great basics like how your commission works, and you know how she was saying like always have these things nearby. They're right. So you want to always have this because I think it's really helpful as a new consultant for just some basic questions that you might have. You always want your action brochure nearby because that's going to tell you what promotions are going on. It's going to tell you about the starter kits. It's going to tell you about your incentives, right? Your VIP bag and stuff.
So do they have that in the non-retail section? The action brochures? Okay.
The action brochures are in the non-retail section. Did you not get one this month?
No, I only got whatever I ordered from my orders.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't get one. You should always get an action brochure and the monthly catalog in the mail. If you order within a 3-month period, you will always get, doesn't matter the size of order either, you will always get the action brochure and the catalog in the mail from JAFRA. So I'm surprised that you didn't get
Is it
that.
maybe
Yeah, I
because I
didn't get-
just started back in April?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe this month you'll start. Well, you should have gotten it in May, so that's weird. If you don't get it in June, let me know. Lisa, you didn't get it either?
No, I didn't get one with my first order, and I had two, and I had another order after that, or 2 more orders after that. I did not get that. No, I got another. Where are mine? Oh, wait a minute.
Are you sure? In your start-
Okay, I got the best ever, but I
Okay.
did not get what was the other one you just mentioned?
The action brochure.
I did not get the action what's the action brochure look like? No, did not get that. Did not get that.
Those are in virtual. You could go into the virtual office. It's in the virtual office.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
So it's the first tab on the left.
Do you guys want me to show you where you can find these things real quick? Do you want me to show you real quick?
I can find it.
Okay, so it's under virtual business. And then the best ever is also under virtual business as well. And
Yeah, that I have.
okay. And then the next thing you always want to have too is the compensation plan. So I don't know if you guys have seen this yet.
Yeah, I don't have that either.
This is, they probably didn't send this to you.
Okay.
Under virtual business, and this is awesome. It explains how leadership works. It explains like the Welcome to JAFRA program. It explains the VIP program. It explains how you qualify to become a manager, which Miss Ashley is working on this month. So those are really good tidbits of information. There's also a quarterly bonus that you could achieve, and it explains all of that stuff. So these are really things that you always want to have kind of at your beck and call, your monthly brochure, your monthly action, and then your best start and the compensation plan. These really help you when you have questions. Also probably your hostess brochure as well.
Now I found I was in the virtual office today, really looking at all the information. And I guess I wasn't, prior to today, I guess I didn't push something each category. And I was surprised because there was, because everybody said there was more information and I couldn't see it. But now I went in and started pushing, skincare, and brought up a whole bunch of stuff. It doesn't open a separate screen, but it just adds to the bottom. So you need to really kind of go into each one and take and explore what they have, because there's so much more information.
I was gonna.
Really wonderful.
Yeah.
Very wonderful.
Yeah, so it's a perfect segue actually.
All that information for virtual office.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't prepared to do this, and now look at how great it is.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but JAFRA wasn't going to roll out the virtual business feature until February of 2021. But everything with COVID, they were like, well, we got to do it because this is the only way to work your business right now. So that's a perfect segue. I am going to show you a little bit of the materials from under there in virtual business. But before we do that, talk about parties tonight. We've already sort of talked about the hostess program, so that's great.
Okay.
And thank you again, Lisa and Jessica, for just sharing what you learned. I really appreciate you guys going to the training. Ashley, Deb, you too. Way to be on that. So yes, we're going to talk about parties. And my one question for you guys is, first and foremost, why do you think parties are important?
Exposure, more exposure.
Tell me more, say more.
You reach more people doing parties than you would doing just a one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It's more efficient for your business.
It's more what?
For time-wise, it's more efficient to have a party than a one-on-one, because of the fact that you're sharing JAFRA with so many more people than just one person.
Yes.
It's more efficient. Plus, and it's a very good social situation where you can then also become friends, and you build up a long-standing relationship and customers, and it builds that friendship there.
Yes. Ashley, what are you gonna say? Why are parties?
Well, I was gonna say because the people that are going to the parties are expecting to spend money. They're anticipating spending money when they're going.
Yeah, that's
correct. Totally. That's super true. What else? What are other ideas? Why are parties important? Jessica?
Word of mouth, because the guests that are at the party will go and tell their friends, and they'll want to have parties of their own, and then the word spreads.
Perfect. Yep.
Can I answer again?
Yes, you can answer again.
Well, it's a good vehicle for finding new consultants and people who want to join JAFRA, because they see what you're doing, and it's a great opportunity to bring up the little question: is this something that you'd be interested in doing? Are you interested in joining JAFRA? Let's talk, a little bit further about what's the opportunity.
Correct.
So it's a good vehicle for that.
Yes. Totally. Any more thoughts about why parties are important or could be important? These are all really good things that you guys have said. And I think that, are the best way, as a lot of you have already said this, to meet new people. And believe it or not, even in today's world where, parties used to be like a really popular thing and then it kind of died out, it is still the most popular way for people in direct sales to make money. Parties, like Ashley said, people go in knowing that they're supposed to spend money, and they do spend money. So these are still an extremely popular form, or the best form, actually, of working your business. And I know that Deb and I have had conversations about this too, but why talk to one person when you can talk to 10 people, when you can talk to 15 people at one time about JAFRA and have them all try the products? When I met Ashley, we were at a party and I think there were like 20 people there. It was absolutely insane. And of those 20 people, though, 5 people sponsored and joined JAFRA. So it's the best, most effective way to reach people, because also, it's not just that I'm going to stand there and sell people on the product. They're also going to look at their girlfriend who's like, oh my gosh, I love the way that felt, and or share about that, right? So it really is truly the most productive, the most lucrative way of building your business, and build your business faster. So Jan Day would say, though, that you're not really an expert at parties until you've done 10 parties or more. So I want you guys to remember that too, that I know a lot of you, some of you used to be in JAFRA before and now you're back, and then some of you've done a couple parties, but it takes a long time to really get comfortable in the party setting. So don't be worried about that. That is a market average that you should at least do one type of party. So I'm just talking about skincare or spa or whatever. Do that party at least 10 times before you really feel like, okay, I know what I'm talking about. I know what to do. I know what I'm going to go in and say. Here's my spiel, So it really does take a little bit of time to get comfortable, but the value of doing it and pushing through the discomfort is so great. And so I really want you guys to hold on to that and know that. I have had parties with 2 people, just 2 people show up, and I've still made over $500 in sales. I've had parties with 13 people and, you know, sold $100. So it's all over across the board. So never underestimate the power of a party. And we always say that a party is at least 2 people. If there's just 2 people, it's like her and her friend, that's still a party. It's her friend, and you know, so if it's more than 1, it's a party. So any questions before I jump onto something else? A little bit more about parties.
No, only that, you know, given the state that we're in right now, it's probably going to be a little while before we get full swing back into parties.
Yes.
Because of, you know.
Yeah. Which is why I want you guys to shift your mindset to understand the value of a party. I mean, parties are huge, right? I sold $700 over Facebook and no one touched a single thing. No one tried anything. No one could smell anything. I showed it. I described it. I read my product pages, so I knew what I was talking about, and I still made $700.
Okay, that's what I need to know.
Yes. So what I'm trying to say is we can't get in touch with people the way that we normally do parties, where you come, you know, they have food and the whole shebang and everything, but they still can be really effective. And so I really, really want to encourage you guys to find a way to still have a party online, whether that's over Zoom or on Facebook Live or something like that, because it still really works. And it's still, people still have the mindset that they are going to go and spend. It's if you do it over Zoom, I mean, everybody's doing everything over Zoom right now, so it's still a way to connect people and get their friends together. Yes, we have to pivot a little bit, which is why JAFRA so quickly came up with the virtual business hub, so that we have everything we need to still have parties and have them online. Like, I don't have any, normally in a given month before COVID, I was at the point where I was having 7 to 10 physical parties a month, if not more. And now, with COVID, you know, I have to switch, and now I'm having 2 or 3 online parties, and it's not the same, but it still helps my business grow. So I really, really, really want you guys to think of who you can ask to be a hostess for you, and don't stop asking, because it's really, really important. So, why do you guys think that, what do you think the #1 reason is for why parties? Any ideas? What is the #1 reason people will book a party with you? What do you think?
To get free stuff.
Because they trust you.
Okay. What are you going to say, Deb?
Because they like you.
It actually has nothing to do with you, but Jeff, free stuff is on the list. But the reason why people want to book parties is because they're fun. I know it's simple, it's a silly thing, but they're fun. They want to get together with their friends. They want to socialize and shop. People still really like to do that. They really like to still, and this is not just coming from me. This is coming from actually it's coming from this. It's coming from this book, and the author of this book is a leading. The author of this book is a leading direct sales. She used to be in direct sales herself, and she's a researcher, and she studies direct sales, and she's done massive surveys about why people love to book parties, and the #1 reason why is because it's fun. People want to get together with their friends, and so when you're asking someone to have a party with you, make it about that. Be like, oh my gosh, you are going to have so much fun. Your friends are going to love you for getting together with me. I'm going to take care of everything. You're just going to get to hang out with your girls and talk and drink or whatever it is they want to do. And you're just going to get to hang out, and you guys are going to have such a blast. It's going to be so much fun. Just continue to emphasize how fun the thing is actually going to be. And then especially when you're on Facebook, then make it fun, right? Engage with them. And I'll talk about that in a minute when I show you the virtual business thing. But people want to get together with their friends and have fun and shop. That's it. Socialize and shop. So that's the number one reason. What do you think the second reason is why people want to have a party? Any guesses?
Because they want product.
That's still not number two.
No, it's not. Oh, geez.
I know. The number two reason is because they really want to help a friend. So they want to go to a party because they want to help their friend. So it's like, if Heather knows that I really want this thing and I call her up, I'm like, will you come to this party? And she's like, yeah, sure. I love you. I want to do it. I want to support you. So,
How did it happen?
huh?
Like, hey, you want to go to a party with me? And I was like, hey, sure, why not? I was like, yeah, I'll go with
With
you.
you and Ashley.
That's how it went.
It's exactly right, because you're like, yeah, I want to support my friend. So again, it's really about them having fun with their friends, and it's really about their friends wanting to support. That's the second most popular reason. And then you guys, after that, then what do you think the most popular reason is that people want to have a party? You got it. Jess, what is it?
To get free stuff.
Yes, free stuff. But I want you to notice how far down on the tier that is, right? It's fun first, it's friendship, and then it's free stuff. So don't lead the free stuff all the time. Lead with the fun, lead with the friendship. Like, your friends are gonna love you. You're gonna have so much fun. You're gonna bring value to your friends by teaching them how to do skincare and take better care of themselves and all of that kind of stuff. That's what you should emphasize when you're asking someone to have a party with you. Why do you think, what is the number one reason why people do not book parties? What do you think the number one reason why people will not book a party with you?
They don't want to spend money.
That's fair, but no, that's not the reason. Any other guesses?
You don't ask.
Yeah! That's my girl. She was there. She knows this training. It's true. It's because you don't ask. So sometimes we just imply, like, well, if you're interested, let me know. And we like make it, like, we really downplay it. And I just think we need to be bold. You need to be bold and just ask people a lot. And they're kind of expecting that you're going to ask to host a party. They kind of know, especially at a party setting, that you're thinking, I need another party. So they're waiting to be asked. And if you don't ask them, it's actually kind of weird. So I don't have any parties for this month. And what do you think I've been doing the last 12 days? I've been like, will you have a party for me? Will you have a party for me? Would you think about having a party for me? I'd love to have a party with you. Will you have a party with me? Just ask. You have to ask the question. The second reason why people don't have a party, huh? Oh, is I'm echoing? Okay. The second reason why people don't have a party is because sometimes it is hard for them to make a decision. So you just need to really help them not decision fatigue and help them really think about, okay, it's only going to be an hour to an hour and a half of your time. You're going to have so much fun. Your friends are going to love you. Okay, what? And then ask them, is it better during the week or weekend? In the morning or the evening? Really help them sort of think through where the mental hurdles that they're already coming up with. But if you kind of help strategize with them, then they're going to realize, like, oh, okay, no, actually, I do have time on Saturday afternoons, even though I think I don't, I actually do, and I could do it this day. So just kind of taking some of that pressure off of their decision making. And then I don't remember what I wrote down for the third reason why people don't have parties. So there we go. Any questions so far about what I've said, though? I know I've just said a lot. No? Okay. You guys are just smiling at me so adorably. The reason I'm bringing this up, though, is because I know a couple of you want to have parties this month, and there's still plenty of time to have a party and make it really, really successful. I know you want to have a party. Deb, I know you want to have a party too. And they can still be really, really great online. They're gonna look a little bit different, but I think what's really great about online parties is you can actually reach more people because, like, we have a party later this week for Ashley's future team, and there's about 800 people invited. Now, of course, not all 800 are going to show up, but they are seeing the posts, and they are learning about JAFRA, and they are learning that Ashley, Tiffany, and Heather all do JAFRA. And so even if right now they don't buy, they might buy in the future. And so I think the exposure we talked about this earlier, that the exposure is greater in a face-to-face party, but it's also greater, it's even greater now on Facebook because there's so many more connections and people that you can reach. So I did want to show you quickly where to, I know we've talked about this many times with virtual business, where you can have parties, but I do want to show you this really quickly. Might have to. So when you're in my business, of course, then my screen is small. You guys can see this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going down here, my business, blah, 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 stop that. And we're doing, oh man, it seems like too small right now. There, oh, okay, just kick me out, that's fine. I didn't want to be in there anyway. But it is like Deb has already mentioned, you see the like Facebook party section and you're like, wait, this is it? And then if you actually click on, so you go to social media, right? And then you come in here and you're like, you kind of just take this and you're like, that's pretty lame, that's nothing. But if you hit Facebook parties here, then there's a lot more content. Now you can do it, they're still uploading stuff. So they have each skincare of the Royal skincare lines, they have specific party outlines for each of those lines, and they have a makeup party here that you can do as well. So I just want to show you, if you were to click into the Royal Defy party and you scroll down, they literally have a toolkit that tells you what to post every day. And then they give you all of these images that you can also post too. So they've really done a lot of the work for you. And I just want to show, if I switch my screen like this, can you see this PDF?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just want to show you, this is this is for the Revitalize skincare party. And they're talking about the value of Facebook and how you still can do great parties on Facebook and build your business. Some important things for you to know. You really want to drive engagement. You want to use your website. You always want to post a link. You want to connect people to your business page. It's important to have a business page. They show you how to set up an event. So if a lot of you guys don't know how to do some of this stuff, go into virtual business and really access this, because knowing how to set up a Facebook event is going to be really huge, because it's going to be the hub of your party. It's like the house. It's going to that person's house, basically. It's like your Facebook event.
So I'm seeing like a sample post copy. Is that what we copy and paste? Are we allowed to do that, or?
You absolutely are. Absolutely. Yep.
Oh.
That is literally what they want you to do. Huh? So that's
great. It's great because you can copy that text.
Mm-hmm.
So it works really well.
Yep. So here's the saying, the revitalized party plan gives you do's and don'ts. I do want to come back to that really quickly. But yeah, you have the conversation starters here. Lisa is a guest at Ashley's party. And so I'm doing that so you can see kind of how to generate engagement. You use these quests, but yes, Jessica, this is what you're saying right here is like sample posts that you can use, right? So welcome to Heather's JAFRA party. I'm super excited to share my JAFRA love with Heather and our guests. Literally copy and paste this and post this picture. And the pictures are right there in JAFRA Biz, or in virtual business for you. And they kind of give you an outline of what to do. Welcome your guests, play an icebreaker game.
Yeah, and I think you can do like watch parties now.
Yes, you can.
Or you can, maybe the hostess can do a watch party.
Yep.
Yep. We'll
And then there's like day 2, talk about this, da 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 da. And what it's doing is it's building education about JAFRA, it's building education about the products, and it's driving engagement. So what I want to do is, so I just wanted to show you guys this really quick outline, but I want to come up here to this do's and don'ts section and kind of talk through this really quickly as well. Oh shoot, we only have 8 minutes left, darn it. Okay, maybe I won't talk through this. I'll just do it really quickly, but you want to post often. You want to post every day until your party. Why? Because you want people to continue to see that this is an event, this is going to happen. You're going to use the images, you're going to use the copy in there, you're going to reward, you know, you're giving points. Like we're doing points in the girls' party, like, because, you know, you're doing giveaways, you're doing product giveaways. I did product giveaways at my physical in-person parties. Now I'm just doing it where I ship it to them instead. So I'm giving people points as they participate, and make sure that you're always posting your website. I'm going to stop sharing because we only have a little bit of time left. I didn't realize how fast our time went, but I really want you guys to go into that virtual business section and really just choose a party that you want to do and read through that, whether it's Revitalize or a makeup party, read through that. And then I think the biggest thing for you guys is to start asking people who is willing to be a hostess for you, because people are willing to be a hostess. They are willing to get on Zoom. You could even stream Zoom to Facebook if you need to, and do a Facebook Live that way. We can talk about that later. And then there are some essential steps when you're actually physically doing the party that I am happy to also talk you through, like your opening, your actual product presentation, and then how do you close? How do you invite people to consider the opportunity? Like Deb said, parties are a great time to invite people to join JAFRA. Everybody, 50% of the people who attend a party consider whether or not they could do what you're doing. So believe it or not, half the people at the party think, could I do that? And all you have to do is ask them, do you want some more information? And you slowly start a conversation with them. It's not like you have to sign them up right then and there on the spot. They're already thinking about it, but you want to offer the information. And you want to share what JAFRA has meant to you and your experiences and your successes and stuff like that. So again, parties are just a really, really important tool to help and get you your monthly sales. Because what you want to do is you want to continue to add new clients every month. So that way you're adding new, but you're also accruing reorders. Because those same people who ordered from you in the party in November are going to reorder from you in February, but you're also still adding new clients and building that client base. So hopefully that helps a little bit in terms of parties. Are there any questions that I can answer for you guys? About 5 minutes left. So I really just want to, yeah, go ahead, Jessica.
Yeah, so yesterday at the training, they had said something about working on a, like an introduction. Like for me, I think it was on Mother's Day that somebody from my fiance's family had asked, like, what's JAFRA? I saw you post about it on Facebook. And I'm like, I didn't even know how to explain it. Like, I was just talking, but it was like hard to explain like what it is.
Yeah. So that's great. And I think that is true. It's kind of hard to figure out, like, what is my little line that I'm going to say about this company? And so, you know, when people are like, oh, what do you do, Hannah? I'm like, oh, I have a beauty business with JAFRA Cosmetics is what I say. And then they're like, what's that? And I'm like, oh, it's a skincare company. We've been around for almost 65 years. We have something in our products called Royal Jelly. And you know, and I'll just say that. And then I'll say, you know, we have makeup, skincare, bath products. So just, you know, I do think it's important to know what feels true to you to say, like, I love skincare and JAFRA's a skincare company, if that's your focus, or, oh, JAFRA's really fun, there's lots of cosmetics and makeup and fragrance. But yeah, it is important to sort of have some sort of introductory comment about what is JAFRA, without being like, oh, it's a direct sales company, weird. Like, you don't need to say that. It's a beauty company, and we have skincare, and we have skincare with royal jelly in it. No one has royal jelly the way that we do. Those are some things to just kick around, and that takes time too. That's not something that just happens overnight where you have that perfect line that you're going to say all the time. So don't put that pressure on yourself, but just try different things.
Well, if you go into that, the new consultant information booklet, that's going to help you with different phrasing you can use.
Yes.
So go in there and look that up. I'm not sure if it's in the first category with the other catalogs. It might be, but make sure you go in there because it's really a good information.
Yeah, I forgot. How do I get to it?
Well, you're going in your the JAFRA business, you signed in, and then you're going to go to the virtual office or whatever. Yeah.
Another great tool for that, Jessica, is the conversation starter. So I'll show you that too. So you're in JAFRA business, you go into My Biz, right? Where your virtual business is down here. And then if you go, one thing is you can go to the monthly update section, and there's going to be the action version, the monthly catalog, and all that stuff. And down here is the best start ever guide, right?
Okay, yeah, I see it.
That's the monthly, and that's under the monthly update section. And then also when you go to virtual sponsoring, there's something called the virtual conversations guide. Do you see this?
Yeah.
That is really helpful with figuring out what language to say to people about JAFRA, what it is, why, all that stuff. That's a really good tool.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You are super welcome. I would love it. I'm glad that people are asking and seeing that you're doing this. I know that Lisa's having some really great conversations with people. I know.
So, Hannah.
Yeah.
While we've been talking, I've been texting with a prospect in Florida here, but in Spanish. So yeah, I just sent her a Spanish catalog, and she's looking for some skincare.
Yay! Jessica, Lisa speaks Spanish. She's fluent in Spanish, so I need you both to teach me how to speak Spanish. But yeah. So you guys can.
It's hard to teach it.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, and I bet it's second nature to you. So, okay. So hopefully that's really helpful. I really, really, really would love for you guys in this next upcoming week, before next training, to try and book one party and just keep asking people if they'd be willing to host a party. Because it's really going to help your business grow to have those party opportunities. Okay? And then in the meantime, I'm here for you to help with any questions that you might have. If some of you are interested right now on the Amber Region, they're starting a 4 weeks to leadership training. So if you're thinking about leadership, which I know a good portion of you are, jump on that call. They're going to talk about sort of the next steps for how to promote to leader, etc. Okay?
Sounds good.
Okay, my loves. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you for sure next week, and just know that I'm here. Be on the lookout. I might do another fun team sales challenge. That was kind of fun. I liked doing that to you guys. So yeah, we will see. I love you, and I will be in touch. All right?
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.